Hey, what's going on? Levi,
Craig,
Soulful Growth.
and today we'll be talking about all that war. Levi, tell me a little bit about the spiritual war and all kinds of wars that you're dealing with right now.
All right, so there's a lot of war going on in the spirit. I don't know if anybody knows this, but the 30th as well, there's a thing called like the Black Moon event. And I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with, have you been keeping up with the drone stuff and any of that?
Like the one that was going along in New Jersey and stuff
Yeah,
like
all
that.
that stuff.
Not really, but they was basically saying it was drones that's detecting things that like the government can't get to, so they
Hmm.
have to use a drone to get to it. Some shit, who knows? Who
Craziness.
knows? Maybe it's distraction anyway.
That's exactly what I think that it is.
Mm,
There's all kinds of distractions out there now. It's distractions keeping people from actually waking up to who they are. When you come into this truth, when you come into actually realizing who you are and being a chosen one of God, and a chosen one really means that you've woken up, you understand your true identity, and you're answering the call from God. You pick the phone up, like, hey, God, it's me, I'm Him, let's do this thing. Well, your life's going to fall apart. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you are a so-called chosen one and you haven't been through like serious struggles, I'm talking about childhood, school years, out of school, into college, maybe you didn't go, who knows, into the real world, into the workforce. It's like a constant battle. The life of a chosen one is all out war. It's a war zone constantly from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. And when you got people doing witchcraft against you, which I truly believe that I have had here lately, I truly believe I've had some witchcraft attacks in my dreams. You're having to fight them in your sleep.
mm.
So it's like, the world that we live in now is really nothing more than a manifestation of the spirit world. There's some big time changes happening in the spirit world right now. And I think it's the 30th. I don't know if did I mention that?
Yeah.
I did. Okay. Anyway, we're going through so much stuff, man, and it's like when you try to be authentic and you try to be your best self and you try to help people and you come from a place of genuine love and concern in your heart and you don't want to see humanity suffer. You don't want to see people going through the mud constantly. You try to lift people up. Oh man, you're like the nail that sticks up too
Mm-hmm.
far that gets hammered down.
Yep.
I've had more spiritual attacks in the past 2 weeks than I have in a long, long time. We'll just say a long, long time because really I can't think of a time when I haven't been attacked. But the spiritual warfare out here has been turned up to 11. I mean, we done cranked it past 10.
All the way.
And I get so tired of having to deal with these snake ass people out here. They be slithering around trying to get up to you. They be slithering around trying to get close to you. But you know the thing about a snake is that when you cut the grass off their back, they run away.
Mm-hmm.
Snakes don't like being exposed. They only bite you from a safe place. They
Yep.
only bite you when they're close enough to you and they're sitting back waiting to bite you. Snakes don't come up and just straight up attack people.
Not at
Snakes don't
all.
run at people and attack people. And I'm the type of guy that's like I want to expose what's going on in the spirit world because a lot has been revealed to me. However, it does get challenging to actually bring that to light because the way that I want to say it, it's like I can't communicate it effectively sometimes. But one of the things that I've noticed a lot more prevalent is that evil in people is being revealed right now. Like who people are at their core, if you pay attention, it's going to be revealed to you. God is revealing a lot of stuff in the world right now, and especially who people are in their minds, who people are in their hearts, and who people are at a foundational level, at a core of who they are. At the end of the day, you have to forgive them and you have to move on. But I'm going to tell you, be in a sense of where you can cut people off and have no empathy, no remorse, no sympathy for them. Listen, because I feel like this year, I feel like God's going to take a lot of people out this earth. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like He's going to remove a lot of people from this earth, and they're going to end up getting killed. Don't get soft when that happens. Just remember what they did to you. Remember the things they put you through. And I'm not saying that you can't have a heart for people and you can't forgive them, but don't get soft when that comes. When that starts happening, hey, let it happen and don't feel no remorse for them because I'm done with that, man. These people try to chip away and chip away and chip away at your heart, at your core, at your very soul, man. These people out here, I feel like what it boils down to is more than money, fame, and riches. I feel like these people are trying to snuff the very essence of people out now. They want to kill them to kill their soul. These people want people's souls out here, man. And it's tragic. Like some of the things that happens tragic. But I'll tell you what, you don't want an enemy out of me. I can promise you that. You don't want to make me your enemy. Because I mean, two can play that game. I promise you, real quick, fast, and in a hurry. But yeah, I'm just getting tired of it. What's your thoughts on this, man? What's your
some back on what you said? A little spirit. I feel like I'm going through a little spiritual war, and I feel like I ain't too long got out of a certain spiritual war that I was going through. Where going back where you said something about witchcraft.
Yeah.
Damn, I met this girl, and she was telling me that I forgot where she was from, but it might have been South Carolina or somewhere among them parts. But she was telling me about how she was into the little witchcraft and little roots and everything else. So I'm thinking she bullshitting or whatever. So she was like she needed a friend, so I was a friend for her at the time. So we sitting down chopping it up and stuff. So I guess people will start liking you just seeing what type of character you got,
person
or
you are.
yeah, and just you ain't thirsty, ain't trying to fuck right off gate. And I was just being a friend to her at the time. So it got to the point, this was when I was boozing and drinking, toe up to the flow up, and I guess she wanted to engage into some type of sexual activities.
Sure.
So I was like, nah, because I wasn't really feeling her like that, because she was about in her 50s, and that just don't sit well with me.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to reject her as nicely as possible. So after we was drinking and everything, and we sat down, kept talking for a little bit, I could tell that she started feeling some type of way, because I wanted to engage with what she was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, well, long story short, I had a girl come along, and I told her I didn't have a girlfriend, and I got in the car with the other girls and just left her by herself.
Yeah.
So I could tell she felt some type of way and was looking at me sideways and everything else. And it was like after that particular day, it was like things just kept coming to me, like making my life horrible. Like at the time I was a big drinker and a big user, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And it was like that shit came back left and right. And I was like, man, that shit lasts for months. And it lasted so long that I started thinking back on what she was telling me about the little spiritual joint she was going on. And I was like, man, this girl done put a root on me.
Yeah.
So luckily, that might have been about a year that I was dealing with that. But luckily, I mean, shit, I felt like I made a step in life and got away from the situation. And luckily, I'm down. It feels like it's more soothing now.
You're coming out of it.
Yeah. So I do feel like the spirits, whatever it was, roots, whatever you want to call it, I feel like that is out here. And you got to be careful about who you surround yourself with. That's just like bringing somebody in your house or letting somebody touch you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's so true.
It's big shit with that spiritual war and just spirits. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's how I really feel about it.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really incredible story. One thing I wanted to touch on that you said during this is you came out of one spiritual war to have a brief break and then go right into the next one. That's the thing that makes me feel crazy after a while. It literally starts affecting your mind, and I think what this boils down to is when you're going through the spiritual war, they're trying to corrupt your mind to make you totally unsure of yourself, to make you second guess yourself, to make you doubt yourself, to make you feel like you don't want to live any longer, you have no purpose. When you're going through that, I'm telling you, and it's hard to deal with, because I get that way sometimes myself. I start feeling down, I start feeling less motivated, I start feeling callous and hurt toward the world. But when you're feeling like that, you should know it's a good sign. It's a good thing that you're going through that, because that means you do have it in you. You do have that in you. You do have that light in you. And this is the thing I want to say, and we're going to shut it down. But when you have that light in you, now it's time to stop giving that light to the rest of the world. Stop letting them have it. Keep that light inside of you to light your way, to shine your way through the darkness. Because what these people are doing is they're living in darkness. Can you imagine? They're truly living in darkness. These people are walking around blind out here, don't know where they're going. Why do you think there's so much confusion and chaos going on in the world? Because people are living in darkness. They can't see where they're going. So use that light. They are still going to see you when you have that light, but don't let them have any of it. Keep that light, keep that locked up in your chest, keep that tight. Use that light to light the path of your way so you're not walking in darkness. That's what I do. And when I'm going through these things, I know it's a good sign, because if I wasn't being attacked, it would be no issue. The devil doesn't attack people that can fight against him. The devil don't attack people that are on his side. He only attacks the opposing team. So I know right now my heart is secured, my soul is secured for righteousness' sake. And I'm going to keep living my life. And guess what? Spiritual warfare can come, and I'm going to be fighting back in the spirit. I'm telling you, y'all do the same thing, man. Stay prayed up out here. Be on your fasting game. Be in the scriptures. You know, you get your spiritual disciplines tuned in, because I truly believe something's coming. And we've got a lot more videos coming out on some stuff like that. We have took a little break here, but we're going to start uploading again very soon, very rapidly. And that's all I got, man. What do you want to tell them?
Shoot, all I want to tell them, you know, all I can tell them is like,
comment, subscribe, share the video. You know, help us out, man. But regardless of whether you do or whether you don't, I don't care. Like I said, if it's 5 people that watch this video, as long as it's the right 5 people and it can encourage them, so be it. It'll be what it is. Yep. And we love y'all. We appreciate you. God bless.